You sat there, Biggie. You stood there with your big back and you let them girls jump your best friend. Scottie, this ain't it, boo. Now, she has gotten better, but she had nowhere to go but up. I just want Scottie to do better. When Tesehki licked her fist, I said, no, ma'am.
All I'm gonna say was coming.
Welcome to another episode of the That's Scary with Melanie P podcast. I'm your girl, Melanie P, and we're here to have a awful conversation. This is my guilty pleasure, and I cannot, listen, I'm not gonna fake it. I watched this literally 3 or 4 times last night. Baddies Reunion Part 2. I know I am the pro-black woman queen, child. Let's get it started. This was crazy. They protecting Scottie. They have been told to protect Scottie. Lemmy said, protect Scottie. Lemmy said, protect Scottie. And it's kind of weird to see because they're not even hiding it at this point. They're really protecting her. It's really strange. Number 2, get Biggie out of here. Get Biggie out of here. I cannot stand a non-loyal girl. Like if your girls is getting jumped, you don't be sitting there with your hands in your pocket, ma'am. So no, get her out of here. Did you catch a lot of the shade from Janeisha as it relates to Scottie? Did you catch it? So part 2 starts out with Rolly and Diamond fighting. I mean, why are y'all fighting? I will say this, Rolly's BBL is starting to look really good now. She had that BBL, I know, at least 2 years ago. I don't know why she still is wearing that thing around her, that compression thing around her. But yeah, Rolly and DB fight. I think that's really just for shits and giggles. I don't think it really meant anything. First, they said that they was fighting because DTB slapped Natalie. Let's talk about that. As it goes on, DTB and Natalie, they start to have a conversation. Oh, is she fired? Is she gonna bring me back? They end up hugging it out, which is why I know it's fake. It's so fake, but they were saying that DTB wants to be Natalie. She wants to take her spot. And at the end of the day, I have to respect DTB for coming at Natalie because Natalie's mouth is real slick and Natalie's age is real old. And I feel like, number 1, Natalie is a racist and a colorist. I don't care what nobody say. She using these black girls to get her check. Google her and Google racist and Google colorist. She right under there. I like that DTB came for Natalie. Somebody need to slap the taste out of her mouth. I'm so tired of Natalie. She talks so much and she swears she's a big dog. She's a big dog. And that girl will get beat up. Period, point blank. I'm really glad that DTB slapped her. But the Rolly DTB fight was, it was entertaining. That fight was like the pre-fight for the mega fight that we're going to talk about coming up. Now, it was awful that Rolly pulled that girl whole braid out of her scalp. Like, how do you do that? How do you pull somebody's braid from the root of their head fully out? Like, it's really fully out. Like, she has a big bald spot in her head where Rolly was fighting her to the point where she ripped her cornrow out of the scalp of her scalp, out by the roots. They ended up hugging it out at the end, which is why I knew it wasn't worth it. The crowd seemed to really like DTB, which is very, very interesting. I'm not, whatever. She wasn't giving anything. I think this was just a waste of my time. This was a waste of time. And I feel like this is where the host should have just been like, okay, y'all fight this one last time. Like, this is not a situation where DTB, you keep fighting until you win. That's not how that works. You don't keep fighting somebody until you win, girl. You lost once, you lost twice, you lost 3 times. You're not going to sit here and be fighting for 5 times and losing every time. I do think that DTB is playing a role. She's playing a character and she's smart. That is very smart, girl, because, this 15 minutes of fame, if you're not like the Rolly, Anna, Scottie, Tesehki Jayla, your 15 minutes can be over very quickly. Look at Slim. Look at all the girls of Baddies past that have gone to the baddie graveyard and we ain't seen them since. So at the end of the day, I think DTB is being very, very smart for being a fool because it's actually solidifying her place on television. I also say this, Rolly face card is there. She is losing that weight and her face card is very beautiful. I think Rolly is a very, very beautiful girl. And this really goes to show that when we lose that weight, especially that extra weight that Rolly has, it really allows your real face to come through. Rolly's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful girl. Now, it did come to a point to where Natalie got up and slapped DTB. Now, here's the thing. DTB and Natalie are the perfect match because neither one of them can fight. Neither one of them can fight. And both of them talk a good game, but will get beat up real quick. So them two going head to head is a really good match. Natalie thought she did something really big whenever she got up and swung and missed at DTB. Girl, you're never, like, she's never going to fight a Tesehki. She's never going to fight a Big Lex. She's never going to fight anybody who can actually fight back. She'll always just pick on the girls like Scottie, like DTB, the girls that she know can't fight. And so I don't respect her for that. I don't even know if she should truly even be on the cast. Like, if she's saying that, you know, she ain't gonna fight, she don't have to fight no more, like, why is she here? I don't know. She's sitting here on a plantation having these black girls pick cotton for her. That's really what it's given. Like, that's really what it's given. And for Rolly to fight on her behalf, I guess I get it. Secure your spot, secure your check. But I'm really tired of seeing Natalie. I would have more respect for her if she actually fought. Like, if she actually fought, I would have more respect for her. But people who just do a bunch of talking and don't got no type of action to back it up is like the worst. That's like the most, just a person who just be talking with nothing to back it up, just lying. I think that they spent way too much time. They spent damn near the first 20 minutes on DTB and her fake fights, especially when she just ended up hugging it out. Like, it was a waste of my time. I don't want to see it. I'm gonna tell you who I really ride with too. I really ride with Anna. She's a tiny little girl, but her bark matches her bite, or however it go. She might be tiny, but she gonna have her friends back. She gonna jump in every single time and she gonna fight back. So then the hood rats come out. The hood rats of the Bad Girls Club come out. Big Lex, Dolly, and Summer. Summer gets on my everlasting nerves. She is that girl, 100%. When you was in elementary school or middle school, she's that girl that lived in the hood and had that raspy voice where she just needed to clear her throat. She never cleared her throat. Hair was never done. Had a smell. She is that girl. I don't care. That's truly what I think. She gets on my nerves. How she talk get on my nerves. The coal in her throat get on my nerves. Her chest. You know, it's like she got a brand of the Bad Girls Club on her chest. Looks so stupid. She's just disgusting to me. I cannot stand her. I really wish that they would kind of elevate the baddies a little bit. Now, I remember Winter saying that they keep reaching out to her to be on the Bad Girls Club. And she's like, no, she's not going to be on the Bad Girls Club because at the end of the day, or the baddies, because the baddies is the hood rats. Like, they're the hood rats. They're the people who are not smart enough to understand what Natalie is doing to them and using them for a check, using them to make them look stupid on TV as she gets richer and richer and richer. And she just rolls them in, rolls them out, rolls them in, rolls them out to her own discretion. It's really giving a plantation. It's giving like a slave yard. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand Natalie. I really truly cannot stand Natalie. Her or Lemmy. Well, I don't have an issue with Lemmy, but as far as Natalie, I just think that she's truly just a culture vulture. She's truly a culture vulture, and she's a racist, and I do not care for her. The hood rats come out, and they all come for Scottie. They literally all come for Scottie. Now, I had to play this on slow motion because when you play it on slow motion, and I cannot show it for copyright, but if you go on the app and you play it in slow motion, Summer V-lines to Scottie, and this is where Scottie messes up. Scottie ass kicks her leg out to Summer. She kicks her leg out to Summer. And I think Scottie thinks that because she's a taller girl and Summer's a small girl, a small, short, tiny girl, that number one, I guess she don't want nobody to mess up her face. Number two, she wants to use her limbs, I guess, as, I don't know. Like, I guess she feel like if she kick them, they'll fall back. And I do feel like Scottie was in a situation where she fought, which is not often. And she kicked the girl and the girl fell back, and it appeared like she won. And so I think that is now Scottie's like go-to move, to just kick these girls and hope they fall back, or, she slows them down for a little. But any fighter, no. And I'm not a fighter, but I could just use my brain and know that if you kick your leg up to a girl, all she got to do is like catch your leg in the air and you're going to be on your back. And that's exactly what happened. She didn't catch her leg, but what happened is all the girls, I'm gonna have to show y'all this. Hopefully I don't get copywritten. All the girls V-line for Scottie. And if you look at this screenshot right here, they all coming for Scottie, Big Lex, Summer Hood Ass, and Dolly. And Scottie has kicked her leg up. It did not work. Now she's literally about to fall all the way back, as they should. Anna is right there. Anna is right there ready to go. Jayla is right there ready to go. And where is Biggie? Where is Biggie? Where was Biggie? Biggie looks literally like, where's Waldo? Biggie looks, oh, you can't see her because of me. Biggie is right here. She's right here. Ain't about to do nothing. Ain't about to do nothing. She disgusts me. She's a waste of just being there, a waste of being there. But yeah, the fact that they all jumped Scottie, to me, it just shows that y'all wanted a moment. Y'all wanted to jump the girl who you knew could not fight, who was likely to fall, or, you know, Scottie's very clumsy. She's very kind of ditzy and clumsy. And when it comes to like her and Biggie, their presence to me is somewhat confusing, because the baddies, you have to be a bad girl and at least be willing to fight. And I don't feel like these girls are ever willing to fight. I do feel like Scottie has gotten a little bit of like a backbone this past season, and she has fought very minimally, but she has fought more than she typically fights. So I'll give her that. But this is literally your third or fourth season, maybe fifth season, and you ain't took no boxing classes yet. Like, how do you be on this show where people are getting beat up, sent to the hospital, braids coming out, and you just come on here with a dog, a little tiny dog, and cute outfits, and don't do no type of training? Like, her and Tesehki are friends. Why don't she go to Tesehki and ask Tesehki to help her learn how to fight? At least how to hold her hands up and hold her head up. Like, you can't just be kicking somebody and think that it's going to work, especially when you talking a lot of shit. Like, she's talking a lot of shit, and these new girls were there ready to press her off gate. So even when they weren't around each other, ask Rolly to help her learn how to fight. Go to YouTube. How do I fight? How do I stand? What do I do? What does a tall girl do when she needs to fight? What is the stance? What kind of tricks can I do? Because you on this show for all these seasons and still can't fight, that is diabolical. That is truly diabolical. So the girls come out. They all come after Scottie. Scottie falls back. And if you look at this in slow motion, I thought that when Scottie fell back, Summer got on top of her and started beating her up. But again, if you go to slow motion, Summer tripped as well. They both fell on the ground. Now, I did not see this until I started putting this in slow motion. I do say go and watch this shit in slow motion. Right here. Oh, I can't even point to it. Let me see my screen. This is, I think, where this began. And I didn't even notice this. I watched this shit several times. I didn't even notice that this was going on in the background as they were tumbling. Because I didn't understand the Tesehki and Dolly beef. I didn't get where it came from. But if you put it on slow motion, you can see these fools done fell down. Summer and Scott done fell over each other. Lex still coming to jump Scottie, and now it's a whole broil. Ooh, see, I hope this does not ruin my monetization, but you gotta see this, because I did not notice this until I played it in slow motion. Look at this going on back here. Now, if you play it in slow motion and just kind of go through it slow, you will see Anna got Scottie back, because Scottie's on the floor, Summer's on the floor. Big ass Lex, not the little one, is coming with her stupid cape on, trying to get on top of Scottie. And then if you look up further, Tesehki and Dolly got their stuff going on. I didn't even realize that this was happening in the back. Okay. Ooh, and see, these camera angles are so annoying, because the camera angles are annoying, and I feel like these cameras, there's more than one camera. I need to see the Baddies reunion after show, because I want to see the camera that was on Tesehki and Dolly. I want to see what was going on there, because this camera is literally only showing in slow motion. It's only showing this angle. But I want to know what was going on with Tesehki and Dolly. Jayla and Lexi are fighting. And if you look at this, these damn security guards are very funny. The security guard is kind of choking Lexi at the neck while Jayla proceeds to go in on Big Legs. Then over here, which I'm backwards, over here, Scottie and Summer, like, girls, y'all just needed to go ahead and sit down and be in the audience just like the rest of us because y'all don't know what y'all doing. Scottie and Summer are just on the ground. And I feel like if you look at this, which I didn't notice last night, Saucy is trying to tell Dolly, you don't want this, Dolly. You don't want this smoke with Tesehki. You don't want this smoke with Tesehki. I didn't even know all that was going on in the background. Big Lex got on my damn nerves. Oh, snap. Now, see, I done watched this a million times, but this is my first time watching this on slow motion. Scottie was getting it in. Scottie was hitting back. Scottie was hitting Summer back. Scottie and Summer are a perfect match fight-wise, because if you play this shit on slow motion, and I need to get it off my screen, but when you play it on slow motion, you see that when they stood up, Scottie was coming in. Ugh, this thing right here is a mess. This thing right here is a mess. A mess. Didn't see this last night either. Now, when you look at this, you do see that Lex dumb ass goes right after Scottie, and then Scottie does that dumbass leg kick, and she falls back every damn time. Scottie's go-to move is to kick these girls and then to fall on her own ass because she's throwing her leg up in a fight. All somebody got to do is grab that leg up in midair and it's over. Now, if, as you see, what's his name? Bobby is like, y'all not about to jump Scottie. Y'all are not about to jump Scottie, because they were. Now, when I first watched it the first time, I'm like, why is he saying that? Because like it's a free for all. Everybody whooping everybody. That's kind of the energy that they're on. But when you go back and watch this, you will see that they all come for Scottie, the girl who don't ever fight, but it is a fighting show. But they all run out and they go for Scottie. So I see why, Bobby is saying that. And I do see why Anna and Jayla get up to have Scottie's back, because they all V-line for that girl to beat her up. It's crazy. And here's what my disgust. Look at this thing right here. Biggie is a waste of a character on this motherfucking show. She just sitting there with no energy, no nothing. Then comes the broil between Tesehki and Dolly, which is so scary. But if somebody told me that I had to fight Tesehki, you got it. You got it. Y'all got it. I ain't trying to fight Tesehki, child. I am not trying to fight Tesehki. Look at Tesehki's stance. Tesehki's stance is wild. She like a dude. She like a whole football player. And I get a sense that Saucy Santana was telling Dolly, like, girl, you don't want to fight Tesehki. You don't want to fight Tesehki. But I did find out that Dolly had a lot of mouth and a lot of smoke for Tesehki online, and she was saying that she wanted to fight all the girls. So at the end of the day, if you ask for it, you can't be mad when you get it. Now, Tesehki begins to fight Dolly. Now, this is when I said, oh shit. Tesehki has had real boxing training. Scottie, all you gotta do is watch old video footages of Tesehki, because her stance, here's one thing I do know. I might not be no fighter, but one thing I do know just from watching this show is that all these non-fighting girls, the first thing they do wrong is hold their head down and they can't see where they're going. They don't ever hold their head up. They start hitting like this right here. But Tesehki, with her trained to go ass, she literally sits there and she watches Dolly fumble, come at her with the 1-2, almost like this, and she has her head up the whole time, and she just lets her blindly hit her, or blindly try to hit her, and while her head is down, boo, 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 boo. This is what a trained person's gonna do. Jesus. The way that Tesehki ooh. I just really hope that I don't get no copyright for this, y'all. And if y'all watch this back and y'all see some blanks in here, I had to take some shit out, because y'all gotta see this in slow motion. You got to see this in slow motion. Hold up. You got to see this fight in slow motion, boo. The level of training that Tesehki has is crazy. Fumble. Boom, boom, boom. And see, right here is where Dolly dumbass could have came in, and I got to cut off monetization. Make sure y'all subscribe. There was a moment that I just showed when Dolly was trying. I'll give her that. She was definitely trying. But there was a moment when Tesehki is so damn trained to where she started fighting this girl backwards. And she fumbled ever so slightly, very slightly. And that was dumbass Dolly's chance to come in and use that fumble to like get some ones in. And the girl, the way that Tesehki was able to fumble, walk backwards while beating this girl ass with her non-dominant hand needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. This girl is, look at this stance. Let's see if I can move myself, child. Look at Tesehki's stance, her hands placed appropriately versus Dolly's hands. Girl, I didn't even realize how much air. See, at one point I thought Dolly got some, look, do you see? Look at this shit. Do you see Tesehki's legs? Her leg is the size of my whole damn body, honey. Like, but hers is just full of muscle. I thought at one point that Dolly was really kind of fighting back and getting her little like hits in, but it goes to show when you watch it in slow motion that Dolly was punching and lunging, but she was missing. She was hitting the air, missing, miss. I don't ever want to see this face. Listen, if I was Dolly, I'd be like, girl, you got it. You got it, sis. I thought I could fight you, but I wasn't thinking. I'll take my little L. One thing about Tesehki and Krishan is that, especially like on these later seasons, is that they know their power, their fighting capabilities in comparison to these girls, and it seems as though they truly do not want to fight these girls, but when they are provoked, there is some type of switch that is activated with them, and this is what comes out. A monster comes out, which is why I think that they truly do not want to be fighting people, because they know that once they're activated, it's nobody's safe. And I do think that is why Saucy Santana was like, Dolly, girl, like it was a moment where he had Dolly over in the corner when she was starting smoke with Tesehki, and he was saying something to her, and I bet he was saying, you don't want this, or either he was saying you don't want this, or he was saying be prepared because you're gonna get your ass beat. Be prepared. Jesus, once Tesehki got activated, it was a wrap. Like, it was a wrap. When Tesehki licked her fists, I said, no, ma'am. If I saw a girl licking her fist like a man, ma'am, I don't want to fight you anymore. But at the end of the day, I mean, she couldn't say no, but she knew who she was going up against. Nobody wants to fight Tesehki, and rightfully so. It's like fighting another dude. It's like a girl fighting a man. It's like a girl fighting a man. She got activated. She smelled blood, and she was activated, and she licked them. She licked them paws, and she activated. Her punches are so strong. Her punches are so scarily strong. Her punches. Here's the thing. Here's what these girls are not doing that I can see as a viewer. They're fighting like little girl cats, like this right here, or like this with little, with not, they don't have a lot of like, let me show you. They don't have this. They don't have a lot of lean. Like one thing I know about watching boxing all these years of my life is that you gotta follow through. You gotta have a starting space to where you're leaning back and you got some force behind that punch. Even I know that. That is where Tesehki gets these girls, because she leans back and she takes all of her muscle and her might and she follows through with all her strength and she connects every damn time. And that girl know how to swing. That girl know how to swing. Look, at this point, she's a girl having flashbacks. She said, I will never fight Tesehki again, and I don't think you should fight her either. She's literally sitting there having flashbacks, and I don't blame her. They go on. Now, Anna begins to fight and go after Summer. And Anna is getting it. Anna is beating Summer's ass. She truly is. Like, I don't know how these girls be letting little tiny Anna whoop them like that. If you look at slow-mo, Anna even got big legs, y'all. I really want to show this to y'all, but I don't want to get my copyright. It was a point to where Anna went and got Summer and went and got big legs. And Anna is about 30 pounds soaking wet. I'm gonna have to show little, look at this, look at this. I'm gonna have to show, damn, even a security guard falling. This is crazy. Anna whooping Summer ass. Damn. How is Anna beating up big legs? I do feel like Jayla could have did a little bit more than what she was doing, but Jayla does end up getting into a one-on-one with Lex. Now, I used to always think that Jayla could fight. I did. And I think that there was a point when Jayla and even Natalie could really fight, but these girls are knocking on 40. Natalie Nunn is 40 years old. Okay, now it looks like Jayla must be 35. So these girls used to could really fight. But these girls are fighting like damn 22-year-old girls and 23-year-old girls. Not to say that just because they're young means that they can fight, but it's not the same. You know, you're aging. Girl, once you hit 40, shit be starting to move a little bit slower. So at the end of the day, they used to could fight really, really, really good, but now their fights are going a little bit slower. The fight between, I gotta show y'all this because I did not realize that the fight between Jayla and Summer, nobody won that. Nobody won that. And here go dumbass big legs trying to get in, and Scottie jumps in and punches Summer in the head, rightfully so. Now I forgot that Jayla and Summer had their one-on-one fight after this. And I think that whole tooth situation with Jayla has really, really made her insecure and has taken a little bit of her confidence. That whole tooth situation last season where the girl like knocked her tooth out. I think that really has affected Jayla. And this is where you see this dumb bitch, but this is where you also see the fall of Anna and Biggie. It's at this moment after the fight between Jayla and Summer where Anna's like, Biggie, where were you? Where were you? Where were you? And rightfully so. So here at this point, this is disgusting to me. I cannot stand Biggie. I don't even know how Tesehki respect. I mean, I can understand the friendship between Anna and Tesehki. I don't understand the respect or the friendship with Biggie, minus the fact that Biggie has a music career that seems to be kind of popular. So from a business standpoint, from a making additional money standpoint, I can see how being friends with Biggie might be lucrative to their pockets, but just on a girl code situation, I do not like Biggie on this show. She will sit there and watch you get beat up and y'all supposed to be friends and just sit there, just stand there. She's a waste of space on this show. Now when Tesehki went to the back, I was scared. I was scared because that girl was activated. Tesehki was activated at that time. It was blood all on the floor. Everybody looking scared in the audience. Blood is everywhere. And here goes Summer. Oh my God. This is disgusting to me. You gotta look at this shit right here in slow motion. I just want Scottie to do better. I really do. Look at Scottie fall again. It's crazy. The way they was holding on to Scottie and protecting Scottie was crazy to me. How does Scottie always land on her back? How does Scottie always land on her back. And if you look at this shit in slow motion, those security guards have been trained to protect Scottie. Those security guards have been told to protect Scottie. At one point, you hear the guy talking to Scottie, like holding her back. Nobody ain't even near Scottie. But you hear the security guard talking to Scottie, and he's like, no, Scottie, no. I got you. And she's like, no, stop holding me. And the security guard is, Scottie ain't near nobody. Scottie ain't near nobody, and they holding her back. Now, Scottie and Summer fight yet again. And, you know, you girls need some training. Y'all need some training, because Scottie, this ain't it, boo. What Scottie is doing ain't it. How she's fighting, it ain't it. Now, she has gotten better, but she had nowhere to go but up. And it's time for her to elevate. If she come back next season, or if she go to Africa, she truly needs to take some tutorials, watch some YouTube videos, do something. Now I'm gonna fast forward over to again, here go Anna. Anna said, I want all the smoke. And this is why I respect Anna, because Anna is so small. Anna is a little tiny baby, but she is trained to go. The beef with Anna and Biggie. You see Anna, Biggie, and Tesehki outside. Now, this is where Tesehki, Anna, and Biggie are outside. And rightfully so, Anna gets into Biggie's ass. You sat there, Biggie. You stood there with your big back ass, and you let them girls jump your best friend. And you not only did you not help your friend, what you said to her as to why you didn't help her, you will never have no respect for me. Biggie said something like, "Oh, I'm not fighting your battles." Biggie said, I saw Summer come outside with fire in her eye. What did you expect for me to do? Like, you be a friend. You be a friend. Period, point blank. Like, Biggie is a snake. Biggie is a snake, and she is just here for clout, and she's a snake. She ain't nobody's friend. She ain't gonna fight for nobody. She is nobody's friend. I don't ever want no girls around me who that if shit go down, I cannot depend on you to have my back, whether it's physical or verbally. I don't even want you around me. I cannot stand that. I cannot stand that. And I didn't like how they made it seem like Saucy made it seem like, oh, Dolly got her ones in with Tesehki. No, she didn't. She was swinging, yeah, but she wasn't connecting. No, she was not. So bye with that, sir. Them girls are truly, truly jealous. Look at how beautiful, look how pretty she is. She's very pretty. That girl's very pretty. Her face is very, very pretty. Pretty eyes, pretty nose, pretty lips, very pretty girl. But I don't like how, Scottie came back out in her cute little outfit. Those girls are jealous of Scottie. 100%. I just wish Scottie had a little bit more of a backbone, a little bit, at least if you don't have a backbone, at least have a verbal backbone. At least be able to read these girls for filth with your mouth. Anna is really good at that. Anna is a tiny little girl, but she has a lot of bang with her bark. And she whipped all those girls' asses. But she has a mouth to match it. So even if she don't get you and she don't beat you up with her fists, she gets you with her mouth. Now, there's a point in this where, I gotta show you this shit. There's a point in this where we all know that there's beef between, I can't imagine being, what's her name? Janeisha, the host who allegedly was dating Lemmy, and now Lemmy's supposed to be dating Scottie. There was a point to where Lex wanted to fight either Jayla or Scottie. She asked for one of them to come down to the stage, and Jayla didn't get up, so they kept calling Scottie name. She got up, but then she just sat down because they're protecting her for whatever reason. They have been told to protect her, so it is what it is. Janeisha makes a smart comment and says, well, I guess nobody wants to smoke with Big Lex. Nobody wants to smoke with Big Lex. But she says it to Scottie, like, I guess you didn't want that smoke. Like, Scottie is just... Now, when Lex called these girls down to the floor and them girls sat there, it was kind of embarrassing. Lex got her basketball playing ass. Ugh. Lex was punking them girls. And even Natalie was not letting Scottie fight. That's crazy. Jaden coming out on stage was a waste. We don't need to see Jaden. She brought absolutely nothing to the show. She was a waste. She's literally just Blueface's baby mama, and she was a waste of the show. Let's see. We do fast forward to where Natalie, DTB, Rolly, they all make up. It's so fake to me. And then we end the show with the third set of girls coming out. And Ivory comes out. Now Ivory gives me a little bit of Tesehki's energy, because she the kind of girl that she fight like a man, look like a man, and you got to be careful with her. She walks out with her elbows, with her shoulders ready. She calls Big Lex to the stage. She's ready to go. Now, all the other times, Big Lex was ready to fight, running out there. But then as soon as the girl come out there, Ivory, nowhere to be found. Now, I will say that Big Lex is definitely using her legs, like the length of her legs, where she's messing up, or where she's doing good, where Scottie isn't. They're both tall girls, and they're using their length differently. Scottie is kicking her leg outward up in the air to try to kick somebody like karate. Big Lex is taking her long leg and taking a long step inward to the girl, and then coming in with a blow. So Scottie kicks her leg up. Big Lex extends her leg for reach to get closer to the girl when she comes around with the punch. Her and Ivory was a very good match. They both had some skills. They both had some some fighting skills. They both had a good stance. And they both was really focused on each other for sure. Ivory was not playing. Pretty P done gained some weight, y'all. See, Ivory, the one thing that Ivory had on Big Lex is she's heavier. She got a lot more weights on her. Now, I love how Pretty P was beating Summer up. She beat her up all the way into the marquee. She literally beat that girl up into the marquee of the show. I have no idea what Jasmine was here to do, but Pretty P went to Summer butt and boom, 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 right into the damn marquee. Now, I do feel like the fight between Ivory and Big Lex was a really good match. I don't think anybody particularly won. It was just equal skill on equal skill. I have no idea what Jaden was talking about or who she was mad at, as far as, Ivory came in there and whooped her ass. Ivory came in and also whooped Summer ass. I did not notice that. And she was hitting her. The worst way to hit somebody and to connect is hitting them like this, where her head is up and she's just hitting her. Now, you can tell when Summer has gotten beat up, because she gets real quiet and she gets a very serious look on her face. When she tapped out, she get a real serious look on her face. Jaden, girl, sit down. I don't need you here. I don't want Jaden here at all. You're a waste of time. Now, at the end of the day, that's the end of of episode 2. We can see that this final piece is going to be a broil. I think, unfortunately, Jayla is going to get whooped by Big Lex. And I hate to see that. I think Jayla is going to get her ass whooped yet again. And this is where Biggie and Anna talk it out. Now, I'm very sad that Tesehki left. I wish Tesehki ass would have stayed there. I wish Tesehki ass would have just stayed there and had her friends back. And it was sad. It was truly sad to see Anna be upset. It was truly sad to see Anna and Biggie's friendship fall apart. So yeah, that's the end, child. That's the end. It was sad to see. It was truly sad to see Biggie. Was it sad? Hell no, it wasn't sad. Erase that. It was not sad. I was glad. Like, Biggie, girl, give somebody else an opportunity. At least, like, here's the thing with Biggie. I'm not saying you got to be a fighter. like that. But shit, at least Scottie is stepping up and getting in the paint, girl. I feel like Biggie ain't doing shit. Like she's declining. She's declining when it comes to fighting. Like she's literally going backwards. She fought DTB, I guess you want to say, at the reunion, but it's like, girl, you are a waste. You are a waste. You not only are not a fighter, you are disloyal to your friends. Like you're disloyal to your friends, y'all. Listen, I don't know. I hate that I even like this show. I hate that I really watch. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I love this show. I watch it every Sunday, child. I'll be right there at 8 o'clock in the bed waiting to watch this show. I'm gonna be right there on Sunday waiting to watch part 3. It is entertaining. It is boxing. I'm so sorry, and God forgive me. Let me know your thoughts below, y'all. Keep it real cute and respectable in the comments, and I will see you on the next episode.